Hey, welcome back to Weekly Lick. I have a few tap and pick harmonics licks for you guys in today's video, so let's just jump straight into it and talk about the basics of harmonics and the different ways you can hit those natural harmonics. There are timestamps on this video, so if you already know how to hit the natural harmonics and how to tap harmonics and pick harmonics, go ahead and use the timestamps down below and just skip straight to the main licks of today's video. But before we move on with this video, please do me a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button down below. Natural harmonics are sounds that you produce by hitting an open string and lightly touching a string over a specific fret. So on an open string, you'll have your natural harmonics on the 5th fret, the 7th fret, and the 12th fret. All you're doing is just hovering over them and just lightly touching the string above the fret. There's also a bit of natural harmonic on the 9th fret as well. So there are multiple ways you can hit those harmonics. You can hit it by like that. You can tap those harmonics as well. So, and that one's a little bit tricky to get down because you have to have a pretty good amount of string noise control. So you have to get the right amount of attack and the right amount of speed to immediately pull off from those harmonics. So there's your tap harmonics, and the last one would be pick harmonic. And pick harmonic is where you just use your pick and the index finger of your picking hand to hit those natural harmonics. So to hit a pick harmonic, you're going to have to hold your guitar pick a little bit differently than usual. What I do is I hold my guitar pick in between my thumb and my middle finger, and then I keep my index finger outward like so. And another thing I like to do is kind of use my ring finger to kind of hold my hand in position. And also I angle my wrist just a little bit so that my pick is aligned perfectly with the string that I'm trying to hit a pick harmonic on. So when I hit a pick harmonic on the 5th fret, with the combination of keeping my index finger movement to a minimal as possible and using my ring finger to kind of use it as a guide to make sure I don't go too far up and down vertically, you can really just minimize the effort and the energy to hit those pick harmonics. So when you hold a note down on the 2nd fret, those natural harmonics will be moved up by 2 frets. So on an open string, those natural harmonics was on the 5th fret, but if I hold down the 2nd fret, that natural harmonic will be moved up to the 7th fret, and then the 9th fret, and the 14th. Alright, so now let's do a bit of a warm-up with the G minor pentatonic. Okay, we're just going to be focusing on the 12th fret up of the natural harmonics. So if I hold a note on the G, the 12th fret natural harmonic will be on the 15th fret. Alright, and what I like to do, I try to visualize the G minor pentatonic starting from the 15th fret, right? So you get that whole octave up, right? So if you try to visualize the shape of the G minor pentatonic up here, you can easily hit those. There is your warm-up, and I hope you have fun with that one. And now let's jump into one of the main licks of today's video. and that lick goes something like. Now the lick concept is exactly the same as the warm-up. So we have these two chords. So instead of just strumming them or picking them, we are going to be hitting those harmonics either by tapping or picking them. Okay, so right now we are using the E minor 7 chord. So you got 7th fret on A, 5th fret on D, and then 7th fret on G. Alright, so you are going to be hitting the natural harmonics 12th fret up from each of those notes. So 12th fret up from the 7th fret of A is going to be on the 19th fret. Alright, and then on the 5th fret of D, the 12th fret up from that is going to be on the 17th fret. And then 12th fret up from the 7th fret of G is going to be on the 19th fret. And again, try to visualize the chord one whole octave up. And then you're going to do the same on the D chord, and then you're going to try to again visualize that shape, because you're going to be hitting those shapes and the frets one whole octave up. Alright, so you're going to tap on the 17th fret of A, and then the 16th fret of D, and then the 14th fret of G. Alright, so practice that a bit, either by tapping or picking them. Alright, and then the next variation, instead of playing this chord, you're going to be playing this one. The difference between these two, you're just adding this note right here. So what you're doing with this one is you're going to be doing the exact same thing. You're going to be hitting the natural harmonic 12th fret up from each of these notes. So 7th fret of A is going to be on 19, and then the 9th fret of D, you're going to be tapping the 21st fret, and then on G string, on the 7th fret of that, you're going to be hitting the 19th fret on that. Alright, so when you get to this part, that part right there, so all you're doing is you tap on the 21st fret of D, and then when you pull off from 9 to 7, you're going to be tapping on the 19th fret of D. And then you're going to be doing the same thing on D. So you'll be moving your ring finger off, and then you'll be hitting that note on the 2nd fret of D. Alright, and that is the first main lick of today's video. Now the final lick that I want to show you guys is from a short track that I dropped just a couple of days ago. Now this one is a little bit more trickier because there's a lot more movement going on in the fretting hand. So you really got to watch out for that slide all the way up to the 12th fret. So make sure you don't undershoot it and make sure you don't overshoot it. So the first note you're going to be starting off on is the 3rd fret of B. You're going to hammer on to the 5th fret and then pull off. And then you're going to hang out on that note just a little bit longer. And then you're going to hammer back onto the 5th fret and then slide all the way up to 12 so you get something. So right after you slide up to the 12th fret on B, you're going to have to be ready and hit the pick harmonic on the 24th fret. So you're going to hammer on, pull off, then hammer on again, slide up to 12, and then you got to be ready and hit that natural harmonic 12th fret away from this note, which is your 24th fret, and you're just going to pick harmonic that note. Alright, and once you play that thing again, you're going to be hitting that natural harmonic on the 24th fret twice, and then you're going to pull off to the 10th fret on B, and then you're going to pick harmonic the 22nd fret of B. Alright, so all in all, you would get and there is your last main lick of today's video. I hope this video helped you guys out, and I hope this will help you improve your tap and picking harmonics. And so yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video.